Hey guys, do you like film noir?
Do you like detective stories?
Do you like a little bit of comedy?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
personally.
Then I have just the show for you, Jack Austin, star of this show that I'm about to plug.
What's the name?
The name is Atlas Avenue
Beats!
See, you know it.
I do know it. I love it.
You love it because you star in it, or just because it's awesome?
Yes.
Exactly. It's a great show, and it's about this guy. He's a PI, James Locke, and all he does is solve cases and meet strange folk.
Like it's his job.
That's true, because he is a private investigator. That's what PI stands for.
It is.
Go to 7lamb.com or Spreaker.com/user/7lamb, and you'll find all of our podcasts there. Once again, 7lamb.com, 7, the number 7, lamb.com, Atlas Avenue Beat. Thanks, and we'll see you there. But by see you, I mean listen.
I love you.
With the letter C. Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about other things? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
That's good enough for me. Welcome to another episode of Will
Now-
There Be Cake?
Was that Cookie Monster or was that Tom Waits?
Both.
Because it sounds like they sound
It
very
does
similar.
sound like Tom Waits. That's Cookie Monster.
Okay.
Welcome to Will There Be Cake? I am Amber. That is Robert. C is for Cookie. And today is Sesame Street Day.
Sesame Street Day.
Did you watch Sesame Street as a young lad?
Only a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it sounds glad we're celebrating it.
A little bit, not a lot. Do you remember this had to have been close to when Elmo got his own segment, which was in 1998. But do you remember the Elmo doll and like that year?
Tickle Me Elmo?
Yeah, that year, that Christmas year when it was like a huge thing to get the Tickle Me Elmo, and it was like sold out everywhere, and people were like killing each other for Elmo dolls.
But that's what I don't understand, because I think I was older then.
You were 1998?
Oh, that's when it was?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I don't know if that's when it was, but that's when Elmo was given his own TV segment. So I feel like it's probably around then when they
Yeah,
created
it
the
probably
Elmo
was,
doll.
because it had to be later, because I remember it was a big deal, but I wasn't watching Sesame Street then. So
Right,
I
we weren't
didn't
young
care about
enough
it.
to want one.
But Sesame Street's been around for a long time.
Yeah. It's been
70s
around
or something? 80s?
since
Somewhere in those notes.
okay, there we go. It premiered on November 10th, 1969.
69, okay.
69, yeah, so it's old as shit.
Right, so it's just weird that Tickle Me Elmo became like so popular in like 98, but I guess if he got his own segment.
Yeah, he got his own segment, so he just
Now, is Elmo gay?
probably.
No, because like I thought that was like a thing too.
Is
when
it
I was
really?
younger, I thought it like, or maybe the guy who was the puppeteer or whatever it was gay. There's something with that.
Probably.
I'll look it up after.
You look it up after. It's totally possible because they addressed a whole bunch of complicated social, emotional, and ethical issues, and I'm sure homosexuality was definitely one of them.
Probably.
And of course, there's been some instances of controversy, but it still remained as a pillar of educational programming because it appealed to children, but while still covering, like, teaching them things, which is good.
Well, this first thing that popped up was why it matters that Bert and Ernie are gay, which they are.
Bert and Ernie are gay.
So, okay, never mind.
Okay. So the show started with just a conversation between this TV producer, Joan Gans Cooney, and Lloyd Morissette, who is the vice president of the Carnegie Foundation. And Cooney wanted to leverage the ability of TV shows to capture and keep children's attention with the promotion of positive social values. And after a bunch of research and stuff like that, they came out with the show, and now it's the most widely viewed kids show in the world.
Still?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then a year after it premiered, Time declared it as the best children's show in TV history. That was in 1970, so who knows if they would still be
called. They must have
called.
never watched Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Rogers was after, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we did a day on him.
Yeah,
too.
we did.
Yeah. But yeah, more history on it. 1980, it did a live touring show. And then 1998 was when Elmo was given his own segment. In 2005, it was in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most Emmy wins by a TV show with 101 Emmys. That's crazy. That's a lot of Emmys.
That's a lot of Emmys.
And then last year they celebrated their 50-year anniversary with nearly 5,000 episodes.
Damn.
It's a lot. It broadcasts in more than 120 different countries.
So do they air Monday through Friday or something?
I don't fucking know.
Because I think it's
probably. I don't even know
Maybe
what
not.
channel. I don't have Real TV anymore, so I don't even know if it's still. I know it still airs because I saw something about. They did a recent segment on racism.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
remember seeing that.
And when
yeah.
all that shit started this year, I remember seeing them post that. People were like reposting it. It's like how to teach your kids about racism.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, is it PBS?
Yeah, that sounds about
I
right.
think it's on PBS.
But the woman that created it, she wanted to help underprivileged 3 to 5 year olds prepare for kindergarten. That was like her main goal, but it's of course set in a fictional New York neighborhood, and they just do like short, often funny segments with puppets, animations, and live actors. The puppeteer of all of the puppets, well, not all of them, most of the puppets is Jim Henson. He was the creator of the cast of characters: Bert and Ernie, Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, Grover.
What about the Count?
The Count, I don't know. Is he newer or older?
He's older. He's a Dracula dude.
He's a Dracula dude.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I remember the
Cool.
Count.
Yeah, Grover I forgot about, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Grover, too. In 2009, on the corner of 64th Street and Broadway in Lincoln Square, they temporarily renamed it 123 Sesame Street and had a dedication ceremony. And the mayor, Michael Bloomberg, established November 10th as Sesame Street Day.
Aw. That's nice.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good
for
show.
the kiddos.
For the kiddos.
Makes sense. It helps them, learn different things. And
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's important to have kid shows that teach you things.
yeah.
And not just like your ABCs, which they do.
No, and they do all that
But
stuff, but they do other things
A
too.
lot of social values that they need to grow up and stuff like that.
And they do it with big, colorful characters.
Big and sweet songs like C is for Cookie
C is for Cookie.
and
That's
Rubber
the hit.
Ducky.
Is that a song?
Yeah, and I Love Trash.
Well, I Love Trash, I know. That's the
That's the
Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Oscar the Grouch. I
Was-
think
Wasn't there some like controversy behind Oscar the Grouch for a little bit? Probably. Who knows?
who cares?
Who the fuck cares?
Who cares? I'm sure there is on a bunch of them, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I never really watched Sesame Street that much. I mean, when I was younger, I did, I guess, like every once in a while, but it still wasn't, like, I don't remember it that much. Like, I remember watching Mr. Rogers. I don't really remember watching Sesame Street that
I think
often.
I remember watching Sesame Street more with my little sister, so I think that's probably the only reason I watched it is because of her.
And the thing is, like, I can't even tune in now because I would be lost. You know what I mean? Like, I missed so many episodes. Like, I don't know where they are.
Pretty sure it's not like a storyline.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
not?
it might be, but I'm pretty sure it's not. That's why there's like little skits.
Yeah.
It's mostly just tackling whatever is going on in the times.
I don't
really.
know. If I'm going to watch, I got to start at episode 1, watch all 5,000 episodes
Oh my
so
God.
I know
Please
where
do
I
that.
am.
Please do that.
I know where I am.
And then come back and tell us what you learned.
God, could you imagine?
Yeah, no.
I don't
Don't do
even
that.
want to watch every episode of Gunsmoke. I'm going to go back and watch this. Nope. No thanks.
So, Sesame Street's evolved with the times. In 2002, there was a South African version of the program called Takalani Sesame that introduced a 5-year-old Muppet character named Kami, who is HIV positive, in order to help children living with the stigma of a disease that has reached epidemic proportions. And then in 2006, there's a new Muppet, Abby Kadabi. She was the show's first female star character to encourage diversity and provide strong role model for girls. And then in 2019, there's a Muppet character whose mother is battling addiction.
Jesus.
Yeah. And that was introduced, acquainting kids with the opioid crisis.
I mean, it's good. If the right kids are watching it, that where they can relate to that stuff,
Right.
or like maybe friends of other kids see that and they can relate to that. Maybe it would limit some of the problems they go through, but
Right.
who knows?
Apparently, an estimated 6 million people still watch it each week in the U.S. alone.
Jesus,
It's a lot.
that's
Good
a
for
lot.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, keep it going.
Keep it going.
If it works, it works.
Teach these chitlins some shit.
I mean, being on PBS too means like everybody can get it, so like that's good.
Right, of course. Cool. That's Sesame Street Day. Celebrate
But-
with a karaoke party and then have
How
some
is-
cake.
Is that how you celebrated it one time?
Yep.
Like your kids'
Gotta
birthday?
sing all the fun songs. The
yeah,
Rubber
you gotta
Ducky
sing those
song.
songs. You definitely get a cake, and it should be look like it's a child's cake
Yeah.
today with colors and numbers and letters on it.
I'm sure there's a Sesame Street.
Well, I've
cake.
seen Big Bird cakes, and I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
like-
Oh, yeah. Big Bird cake. I don't
Yeah.
like Big Bird. He's creepy as fuck.
You don't like him?
He's creepy.
I just
He
like him
looks
because
creepy.
he's the only one that like walks around.
Oh, yeah. The rest are.
All the other ones are like puppets
In a trash
and stuff,
can or-
or they're like in a trash can, or they're like just the top halves of puppets. This guy, he like walks around, but that's why they call him Big Bird because he's fucking big. he's actually a big bird.
He's actually a big bird. There's
Yeah.
actually a short called Making Birthday Cake that you can look up and watch that episode.
Ooh, okay. So watch that
Sesame Street,
episode,
Making
make a
Birthday
birthday cake, and then eat a cake
Yeah.
and celebrate that Sesame Street show.
Yeah.
All
Cool.
right,
Thank you for joining us, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
bye.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.